Hello, hello. We are here today for our weekly training. And I do this every week, and we're always talking about something exciting about growing your business through sales, right? So whether you're a coach or a consultant or a high ticket sales person, this is a great way to continually up level your skills. Now, today it's going to be a little interesting because I'm going to be talking to you about creating the freedom lifestyle that suits you perfectly. And I'm really going to be sharing what I did and how it worked for me. So it's pretty interesting in a way because as I was going through the last few years and kind of making my way, I wasn't aware that I was actually developing a process that would be duplicatable and that would work for other people. And so I was kind of forging a path for myself that was a little bit blind, but a little bit directed, because of course I always had somebody that I was working with that was kind of keeping me going in the right direction. So I'm going to talk to you about how that unfolded. And I think it's important for you to know that when I started my business, which is called the Freedom Shift, it really was all about creating the life of freedom, right? So I had had plenty of years in the corporate world and plenty of years where I was working for somebody else. But when I started the Freedom Shift, it was really about being free to work from anywhere, to spend time with my family, to have the fun lifestyle that I wanted, take trips, and still be able to make a lot of money and build something that would be purpose-based, right? That meant that I could make an impact in the world. So if any of this is resonating with you, great. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm doing this a little different. I don't usually use slides, but I decided today that maybe I would do it for a change. So let me know if you like this format or if you like it better when I'm just on screen chatting at you. Okay, so if you want me to help you, excuse me, to close millions of dollars of high ticket offers and to create fast cash flow while living a life of freedom to work when you want from anywhere, then this will be great for you. I'm going to share with you exactly how I did it, and I'm going to show you how you can do it too. So do you ever wish that you could make tons of money while building your coaching business and working from anywhere in the world, like from home, from your car, or from an Airbnb at the beach? Well, I'm Janet Clark. As I said, I'm the founder and the CEO of The Freedom Shift, and I have closed millions of dollars of high ticket sales in all three of those places. I've made great sales, from the road, just being in the car with my husband driving, or being at a resort somewhere and going out and taking a call. So in this training, I'm about to tell you how you can do that too. I know you're sick of hearing like all the fluff that people are putting out there, particularly a lot of these marketers who have these slick ideas about, you can do this, it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, it's going to be simple. Well, here's the thing that I know, and anybody who has built a successful coaching business, it's not quick, it's not easy, and it's not really simple. So if you're ready for some straight talk from me, then stick around because I'm going to lay out for you the 5 steps, what I like to call the 5 empowered steps, over the next 30 minutes that I have gone through to build my business. So I'm going to make it simpler for you than it was for me, because now I can actually codify this for you and create it into a system, but it's still, it's still something that you're going to have to show up and do the work. So let's jump in and we'll go through it. So why do I call it empowered? Well, because M stands for millions of dollars in high ticket offers that I've closed. And M also is the first letter of each of the steps that I took along the way. And of course, we do want to be empowered to create the life of freedom that we are looking for. So first, let's get this out of the way for those of you who don't really know me or maybe tuning in for the first time. So besides being the CEO of the Freedom Shift, I am known as the sales matchmaker. And that is because I now currently match coaches and consultants who have high ticket offers with salespeople who will sell those offers for them. Now, I had a stellar corporate career for many years, and I did love it. However, it got to the point where I just really wasn't feeling particularly fulfilled with selling B2B solutions in the high-tech world of corporate. And so I really got sick of the game, right? All the reporting that was always being looked at, and the insane amount of paperwork that I had to do, and also the quotas that were always changing. And I decided that I really wanted to start something that was going to be more of a legacy business so I could make a bigger impact. And so I started the Freedom Shift, really to help coaches and consultants who do want to make a big impact in the world to grow their businesses. And I've personally sold millions of dollars of transformational programs for some of these top level coaches, people like Alex Mandossian of Marketing Online, Ryan Levesque of the Ask Method, Bill Barron, Lisa Sasevich, and a few others. So now I've built a reputation where really thousands of mission-driven coaches and consultants seek me out because they're searching for someone to sell their programs, and they're looking for someone they can trust who can refer them to other people. And I do that through a program which I've developed, which I call the High Ticket Sales Alliance. So let's talk about these 5 empowered steps. Now, these are the exact 5 steps that I followed to become a high ticket sales expert while building the Freedom Shift, which is my own coaching and consulting business. And so I want to dive into these, and I want to show you how these steps are the steps that you can take to create that freedom lifestyle that suits you perfectly. So step number 1 is mentor. Every struggle we face has already been overcome by someone we respect who is willing to tell us how it is done. Now, a mentor is crucial to guide you with your strategy, to keep you accountable, and to open doors for you. Now, when I look back on the years that I've been building my business, I realized that I started by hiring a mentor. I've always had a mentor, and it has paid off for me in amazing ways. And by the way, I always had a mentor in the corporate world too. So no matter what training I do, who I'm talking to, and who I'm coaching, the number one thing I'm always going to tell people is make sure you're working with a mentor who's already done what you're trying to do. And the second M is membership. So many of you have heard this expression. I don't even know who said it first, but your network is your net worth. Now, let's face it, as I've looked back at all the things that I've spent money on, and I have invested tens of thousands of dollars in building an online funnel and trying to generate warm and cold traffic on social media. And to a point, that does work, and maybe that's how you got to know me. But I will tell you right now that 80% of the money that I have generated in my business has been a direct result of the referrals and the people that I have met through my mentors communities and through them referring me to other people. Now, being in a membership program, whether it's a mastermind that you buy into, it's a part of your mentors community, or it's some other network, you must show up. Okay, you can't just pay the money and then think that it's going to work. You have to participate. You have to actively put yourself out there and be a giver. right? And actually participate in the group. But this relationship capital that you're going to build through this investment in membership is going to give you a significant ROI. And this is downplayed a lot in the online world, because we've kind of got away from that, the networking aspect of things. But there is nothing like showing up and being a part of a community. It can be a community online, but it really helps to also do a lot of in-person connecting. Number 3 is something that might surprise you a little bit, that I put it in here, and it may seem obvious, but it actually is a step. It's like a mental step that you have to take, which is you have to make money. Now, if you're offered a seat on a rocket ship, don't ask what seat, just get on. So the way that I'm going to suggest to you to make money may not be what you were thinking that it would be, but it's going to make all the sense in the world to you as we go forward. But look at making money while you're building a business is extremely important. So if you're sitting there and you're working hard to try to build your business up and generate your leads and build up your following and get your messaging out there, and you're not making any money, you are going to get derailed, right? So it's one of the things that a lot of people just aren't mentioning, but it's the thing that is really stopping most entrepreneurs from being successful, because it takes time, and time is money, and it costs money to build a profitable business, right? So you have to invest in the mentorship. You have to invest in these communities that you're going to be partaking in and being a part of. And without cash flow to sustain yourself, you're going to go broke. Unless, of course, you have a nest egg that you're investing into building your business or some other income source. But for those of us that are depending on our business to be our income source, we have to figure out how to make money while we're building our business. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you how to do it. Okay? And that's where matching comes in. So the best way to learn how to create a successful coaching business is to sell for someone who already has one. Now, I didn't know this when I started. I knew I was good at sales, but it took my mentor, who was better than me at sales, right, to really encourage me. And he was the one who matched me up with these high-level coaches who I could go and sell for. Now, what that did for me is just amazing, right? First of all, the commissions provided me the money so that I could freely invest in the way that I needed to build my business, the Freedom Shift. So I was able to invest in high-level coaching programs. I was able to invest in mentors and membership. And not only that, I learned how to sell really, really well because I got a lot of practice, but I also learned from these high-level coaches who were already further along than me how to qualify prospects effectively, how to design transformational programs that actually did work, and how to onboard clients in a way that engaged them immediately into the program. So it was like being a handsomely paid apprentice. So I was making a lot of money in commission, and I was also immersed in this new level of coaching and learning from the best of the best out there. So it was kind of like a match made in heaven. And finally, the last M is methodology, because a proven sales process really is the secret to consistently high enrollments and high close ratios. So being on hundreds of sales calls taught me how to stand in the fire with someone who is making a life or a business enhancing decision. And I learned that there is a process that you can stand there and bring people through that really is what I call heart flow, right? So I developed this heart flow process and I got really good at it. And now I can actually teach it to clients who I work with. So the heart flow process doesn't involve scripts, and it doesn't involve, closing tactics or high pressure techniques. It's really how to engage with someone, empathize with them, and help them to make that transitional decision that really is going to change the trajectory of their life. So having that methodology is really important. So truly selling these transformational high-ticket programs for top-level coaches and consultants has simply been the fastest way to make high commissions quickly, get my cash flow going, and create that life of financial, time, and lifestyle freedom. And it didn't slow me down in building my business. It probably accelerated my own trajectory of growth in my business. But at the same time, I was making a lot of money because I was closing programs for other people. So when I started out, I literally had no idea that this was going to be the case. It was actually kind of trial and error and following what my mentor was suggesting that I do. And so, there is another M word, which is mistakes. And that's something that I don't want you to have to make, because I have made more than my fair share of mistakes. But now that I look back, I can see what worked. I see the things that really got me to where I am today. And those are the things that I've just shared with you. So I can shortcut that path for you so that you don't have to make those mistakes that I made. So let's review. What is the fastest way for coaches and salespeople to find your freedom lifestyle? Sell high-ticket programs for established coaches in your industry while you work on building your own coaching business. It simply is the best opportunity to build your business while you earn great commissions, quickly add unlimited income to your bank account while you learn from top coaches in your industry, which is amazing. Position yourself as an expert in your chosen market, because when you're great at sales, you start getting known. And you're talking to all these clients that are going into these higher level programs, and they're getting to know you. So believe me, it's a great way to network as well. And you learn how to sell these high ticket offers, which is crucial, right? You follow a methodology that you can then duplicate and use to sell your own programs. And you create your life of freedom, where you can work from anywhere at whatever time works best for you to work. Simple. So if you want to break into high ticket programs, selling these programs while you build your own business, how do you do it? Well, the problem is that you do need the right sales training, and you need the right professional connections, because you want to be introduced to people who are already at a high level. And the only way that those people are going to be comfortable bringing a salesperson into their business is they're going to want somebody who's been referred by somebody they trust. So that's the situation that you're facing. But if you do things the way that I've just kind of laid them out for you, you should be able to break in. So what are these steps again? Well, first of all, get a mentor who is well connected and is willing to introduce you within their network. Okay, become a member of their community and make sure you actively participate in that community, or join other high-level communities where these coaches are hanging out, that you would be able to really get referred by and referred to. Now, remember, you have to make money. So keep that's the central theme of all of this, that even though you're building a business and you have a mentor who's helping you in that direction, you also need to be making money. And so you want to make sure that you find a way that you can get matched up with people who are looking for you to sell for them. And finally, you want to make sure you have a methodology that you can follow so that you can close these high ticket offers in a very heart-centered way that really makes the people who go into these programs feel confident and happy with their decision, right? Because the last thing that anybody wants is somebody coming in who's been kind of promised the world, or, you know, isn't really the right fit for their program. So you want to have a methodology that makes sure that when you enroll people, you're doing it in the best possible way. So do you want me to help you to sell only for the best of the best? Because I actually can do that. So that's one of the ways that you can break in, is to reach out to me, which basically means, I don't know why it says fill. I was going to probably say fill out an application, but you don't even have to do that. All you have to do is reach out to me through Messenger, janet@thefreedomshift.com. Just tell me you want to chat about this, because I can help you to implement this, whether you do it with me or not with me. Again, the methods are right here. So you can implement these methods on your own. And they're probably steps that you didn't think about taking, right? You probably, I mean, obviously, most of you know to have a mentor. Most of you know that being a member of a community is important, but you probably don't realize exactly how valuable that relationship capital is. And I'm telling you, it's super valuable. Just make sure that the community you join is higher level than the community that or the level you're in. So you always want to be a step up, which is why you're paying the big money, right, to get in. So in order to pay money to be in these membership programs and have a mentor, you need to make money. Now that's the piece of it that you might be going, oh, that's whole new and different. I never thought about that, right? So if you don't have another job, or you don't have another source of income, and you don't have a nest egg of investors, helping you, then you need to do that on your own. And you can do that by figuring out how to get matched up with somebody who is looking for somebody to sell for them, and making sure that you have a methodology that you can use to enroll people in those programs. So reach out to me if you would like to chat more about this. This was my Thursday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Time training that was supposed to go off on Facebook, but I'm not sure it did, but that's okay, because it's recorded now and we're going to put it on Facebook. So I'm not sure how you're accessing this, maybe through the replay, but we're happy that, or I'm very happy that you're here. And if I haven't met you yet, I would love to meet you. So again, feel free to reach out and let's chat about this, because it's new and it's different, but it will definitely give you the life of freedom that you are desiring. So thanks for tuning in today, and I will be back again next Thursday for another round of our Thursday afternoon selling skills training program. So talk to you then. Bye for now.